Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Kingdoms Reborn. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. I hope your holiday was fantastic and you had a good time. We are currently in the midst of razing the city of Bapai. Again, we're attacking it. We got one little militia left and about 153 hit points, so we're about to knock this thing out. We have about 20,000 science points that we're gonna have to spend here pretty quick. So we razed the town and our army looted 1,800 coins. We have raised it, and now we can purchase the land. Cool. So we have figured out how to get rid of these AI towns that are around here, and you just gotta raise the town. I mean, makes sense, pretty easy. I did recruit a couple of new units here. So here's the warrior from last episode, and then we have swordsman and archer. So if we go over here to our upgrade tree, this is kind of how that tree has progressed. We got the archer here, empire building, allied or conquered minor cities give extra influence points equal to its level times 3. And then we have swordsman, and then berserker, and then military engineering are right next. So I think what we'll do going forward, I think I want to grab berserkers. We don't currently have any extra spaces for more units. We're capped at 9. The 19,000 more points we have, I want to get a couple more farming technologies going. We have a lot of farms. We're doing okay with food. I want to do a little bit better. So let's get that going. Let's go with charcoal burner improvement. Unlocks card inventory that can be stored. Unused cards 7 slots. Okay, yep, let's do card inventory 1. I'd also like to do a little bit of forestry technologies. So we're going to improve that a little bit. And then let's go ahead and go over in here. Then we have building combo. So gain combo levels 1, 2, and 3 by constructing 2, 4, 8 buildings of the same type. We're going to go ahead and get that. And that wild noise was all the combos that we currently have being applied. So that's great. We have that now. Ooh, great long haul. 73 victory points plus 10% job happiness. That's really good. And it's not terribly expensive. Let's grab it. Okay, great. So that's a couple of upgrades. And then let's go back to our tech tree up here. I didn't do a whole lot in here. I did grab the beekeeper. Next, I want to go for baking. Let's also go for the tailor. And we still have 14,000 points. We're doing incredible with points right now. So we'll get that. Let's go for mead and candle makers as well. And let's just see where we're at. Oh, medicine maker. Okay. Let's see where we're at with all these buildings. There's quite a few things to do now. So we want to buy a windmill, bakery, tailor. Yeah, let's get all of these things. And now we only have so many in our hand right here, right? So that ability that we got has expanded our hand, doubling it in size. So now we have windmills, bakery, all this stuff up here, those cards that we just purchased. This is kind of like a sideboard for you. So what you got to do is you got to drag the items you want to hold up here, and then you have to click in which ones you want. We're just going to kind of do it like that. We mentioned windmills a little bit ago, a couple episodes. So I want to go ahead and grab that windmill. Let's go ahead and get this guy in. And you can see that it does buff the farms that are around it. So we're going to go ahead and grab that guy. So those are going to be on the way. And then, of course, we want to have a bakery for a little bit extra food coming in. We're at 1,700 food now. We're doing pretty well. But let's get this bakery happening also. So that'll be on the way. And then tailor, we have leather or wool. We got lots of wool, 1,000 right now. I do have a sheep ranch in my hand. I would like to build a sheep ranch, but we didn't have a whole lot of good space for it. Up over in here in the north, we have the land, but a lot of this is all tree cover. And I want it to stay this way so the foresters have a good amount of resources around them. In addition, with the apiary beekeeper in this game, that's going to benefit from being around trees. So go ahead and we'll grab another beekeeper because I do want to put another one in. You can see that we have the efficiency at 143 right there. So it does matter where you place these, similar to a couple other buildings in this game. So we'll go ahead and we'll plop that down right there. And then with the new space that we just got over in here, I do want to build a bridge. We talk about a bridge for episodes upon episodes here. So let's finally go ahead and get a bridge in there. And then I've been starting to use stone road. So we have 161 stone, not super great. But the beautiful thing about this is when I drag my road across, it will tell you the cost of stone. So 8 stone, that's not that big of a deal. So we're going to go ahead and do a bunch. And I want to kind of aim this road. Let's go about right there like that. And then we have a little bit of open space for some sheep ranches if we want that. Let's check the fertility on the ground. Yeah, not super great. He's doing okay, but let's go ahead. We'll get our sheep ranch plopped in here. We got a little bit of wiggle room, and we'll get our sheep ranch started right there. We're getting a little bit far from our homes, it looks like. So we are going to have to build another little neighborhoody area here pretty quickly. We have this little plot right here that we could purchase, 1,000. And then we're really close to tulips as well. So for both of these, we're about like 4,400 coins, and we could purchase both those. We could do another little settlement area right in here. It does take up quite a bit of space, but I want to be able to be close by to this. I want to take advantage of our tulips right here. So we have 11,000 coins. We could absolutely purchase that stuff, and I think we're going to. We received the tulip breeder from exploring the province. Pretty cool. And that's going to be just like the cannabis breeder that we checked out in previous episodes, except it's going to grow tulips instead of cannabis. I want to leave the space in here for more ranches, but I think what we'll do, we'll go kind of up in here. I want to get some farms. I guess this is right by the river. And then kind of down over in here, we'll build some housing. We'll put a market in and we'll see where we can go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and break that out real quick. All right, we got our little town set up here. We just have a handful of houses right in here, a couple right in here, and then these are going to be tulip farms in this space. We got another sheep ranch right here. And then up over in here, I did put in 2 more farms for some more food. And while I was doing that, I realized that I forgot to mention about the building combo. I briefly talked about it, but I didn't show what it does. So the building combo is going to benefit buildings that are built near each other. So we currently have these farms right here. So if we go ahead and we put in another farm, you can see that we get combo level 3 on all of these that are right close in here. And so that's going to benefit the other farms that are around it. So we got those guys on the way. This is going to take a little bit of work, but we'll get some tulips coming. Oh, I do need to set these all for tulips. It's currently set for wheat. Or I guess which ones we can set for tulips we will. Oh, we have to wait until the tulip breeder gets built up. So we'll do that. We'll come back. We'll visit this in just a moment. But back over in here now, we do have the leather that we mentioned. So let's get a tailor happening. We got to get some clothing going on. And of course, the people don't like the tailor. So we got to find a spot a little bit further away from everything before we can put that guy in. And I guess we'll go about right there for that tailor. We're going to get that built up. And then let's check out what we got in our hand. I'm going to take the mead, candle, and medicine makers. So the medicine maker is an important piece. So remember at the very beginning of the game when we had medicine and not medicinal herbs. Well, this is how we get back to medicine. So we're going to use the medicine maker and we'll bring in some of the medicinal herbs and it will transform those into medicines. We'll get that one started there. We're going to need these all over the place to keep up with our medicine demand. Let's go ahead. We have our mead maker now. So we have our little honey produced up over in here. We got 2 buildings now working. So let's get our mead maker somewhat close by. We'll kind of go down this road right in here. We just don't want to hit those houses, of course. So we're going to go right there. Let's take those 3 immigrants and buy a book. Let's go for sustainability. And then let's go for candle maker. And then we'll get this candle maker started. And then we will produce another luxury good, which will just be a great thing to have. So we'll wait for those things to get built up. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the sustainability book in the mead maker, I think, just to help keep on top of our honey production. I've been also trying to upgrade some buildings as I noticed that they are needing some and we have the resources to upgrade them. So currently this guy is looking for some stone tools. We got 360 stone tools. Let's go ahead and upgrade both of these options. On the fruit gather, looking great. I did have a bunch of bricks. We had like 2,000 bricks. And I went over in here and I upgraded to the hearth fireplace on some of these houses. But I still don't have enough stone to do the stone insulation. Especially since I've been trying to add in more stone roads. We've been using a lot of stone. It looks like we currently are doing great with our employment situation. We're 217 out of 217. You want to make sure that you're balancing that. I don't want to run out and have unemployment. Although the auto trader, I forgot to mention this as well. So to keep on top of our money production, I noticed that we had a ton of extra cannabis and a ton of extra beer and iron ore. And the iron ore was filling up our storage, so I thought that was kind of silly. What I did over here was do target inventory 1,000 for all 3 of those. And we've been trading those out, getting a little bit of money for those goods, which has been nice. Opens up our storage, and then we get a little bit of money out of it. Now, we do have space for 2 more units, it looks like. Let's get some berserkers going in. Heck yeah. We need a little bit of iron. We can do it. Let's get some berserkers on the way. Pretty cool. And then I think the next target we want to do for as far as taking over is probably this little town right here. And then probably this one. We're just going to kind of keep working our way up the continent. And then I do want to start working our way this way. So we will have 2 more over here that we're gonna have to take out, and then 2 more here. So 4 total currently on this continent. I would like to take over the whole deal, so we got a little bit of work to do. Back to our technologies here. We have quite a few that we can grab. We have 16,000 points still, so let's go ahead and get a couple of these going on. Border protection. Protected provinces give 3 times more gold income. That's really good. We want that for sure. Gold smelting. That's going to make gold, of course. Quick build. Ooh, allows speeding up construction with money. This is a huge piece to have. Very, very handy. Trade routes. Intercity roads, bridges, and allows establishing trade routes to other cities. Pretty good. We have winery, and then finally the magic mushroom farm down here in the bottom. Now, we need a few more houses to hit level 4 before we can move on to the Enlightenment Age. We have about 5,000 more points, so we're going to just save up for a little while. We do have enough currently, I guess, by that. So maybe we'll go over here in our upgrades and check out a few more upgrades. Let's go for the shrubbery here, and that's going to help with our appeal of our town, so we're going to get that going. And let's go for a couple more hits on our farming technology. Can we max this? Can't quite max that yet. So we'll go ahead, we'll queue it up. But we're doing great with food now. So those little bumps before we had with the farming technology has made a huge difference. Really happy about that. Let's see what we can get here. So we have the fort card. I'm not going to buy that, not going to buy that. We got our first house at level 5. A winery card. So we are going to need grapes for wine, right? Let's buy this and see what this is. Magic mushroom farm. Yep, we're going to do that as well. So let's go ahead and look at our luxuries. So I think wine and magic mushroom farms are tier 2 luxuries, and it looks like they're on the list. We see wine, we see magic mushrooms. So we can go ahead and get a couple of those guys started up. Now, with the winery, I'm not sure about... Yes, it says ferment grapes into wine. So if we zoom out here, where in the world do we have some grapes? Now, it is possible that we just import grapes and produce wine from those. Oh, look at this. This guy has a couple of soldiers there defending the town. But I'm not seeing any grapes anywhere on the map, which is really weird. So maybe that is the only way to do it right now, is just to import that stuff. As far as the grapes go, let's go ahead and go to trade here, and let's see if we hit grape. And there they are. There is a couple of grapes here. But I don't really want to be continuously importing grapes. That's kind of not something I'm interested in. So for now, I'm going to sell the winery. We'll worry about the grapes later. Maybe there's some way we can unlock it, but we'll find out. Now, the magic mushroom farms, we're going to go ahead and get a couple of these guys going in. We have a little bit of space right in here where we should be able to do quite a few of them. Oh, but look at that. This thing is going to require, I think that's glass? Yeah, we need some glass. So how the heck do we get glass? Okay, so I found glass. Kind of bizarre. So here's magic mushroom farm on the tech tree. It's requiring the 20 glass, which we just found out. But look at this. You can't get to Glassworks until you're through the Enlightenment Age. So we got a little ways to go before we can get to Glassworks. We can, of course, import the 20 glass that we need for this. It's not that big of a deal. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to build a couple of those things, do a couple of magic mushroom farms, and then we're just going to order 40 glass, and then we should be good to go. Oh, and I wanted to check out the Great Long Haul, because that's just cool. You want to have that for sure. Gonna take a little bit of brick action, but we can hopefully find a good spot for this thing. So I think what we'll do, we'll put this Great Long Haul right up in here. Be kind of a good spot for it, I think. So we'll go ahead and put that thing down. That's a lot of bricks that we're gonna need, so it's gonna take some time for that to get done. But let's go down to our trader before we forget, and let's buy that 40 glass. All right, it looks like for 60 glass, it's gonna cost us 2,500 coins. Now I was thinking about 60 glass because we might just want to throw another one in eventually anyways. So let's go ahead, we'll do that trade. We're down to 3,000 coins, but we'll have that glass ready to go, and we'll be able to create a couple more magic mushroom farms and get some more luxury tier 2 goods. That's gonna help with the evolving of our houses. So if we go over here and look at this, level 3 house needs 3 types of luxury tier 1 to increase the level. So I guess the magic mushrooms aren't going to do anything for us right away, but eventually they will help us out. We will have tulips here pretty quickly. I need to switch the farms over. We are using beer and cannabis here as well as furniture. So we do have 3 available. We just got to get a little bit better at the production of it. So with only 5 furniture, let's go over in here. Let's get a furniture workshop started up. And I think I'm going to plop that over in this area. Kind of a little bit of ways from our town in here, so we'll go about right there for it. And since our tulip guy is ready to go, our tulip breeder, let's go ahead and adjust these to tulips. Now when we do this, so these were all wheat farms previously, so if we do this, we gotta watch and make sure that our food doesn't drop too far from moving all of these farms from a food producer to a tulip producer. There's a couple spots right in here, of course, on the water line for some fish action, so I think that's what we'll do. Do a couple fishing lodges back over in here. Oh, and interestingly enough, this doesn't negatively affect the housing desirability. Interesting. So we're going to go ahead and plop that guy down right there. And I'm thinking I'm going to do another one. I just want to make sure that we got enough food coming in over here on this side of the world. And you can see we got a combo level 2 because we have the two fishing docks right next to each other. And we're doing really great with stone. So I'm going to go ahead and put this as a stone road instead of a dirt road. We're just going to skip the dirt road part. Go ahead and upgrade all of these to stone. So what we learned in our settlement survival, if you watch that, was you need to upgrade your roads as you go along. And that's what I'm trying to do. And in this game right here, we're going to go to the stone roads right away and improve our logistics. It just makes sense to do it. So we're going to work on that and get that happening. Now we have this fort, prevent raid in nearby provinces. And, oh, this is kind of a web of things. So everything is unfortified because where we are, being on this continent by ourselves, I'm not really worried about raiding. I don't think that they can do ships to come over and hit us. That might be a new thing. I'm not sure. I mean, we can conquer these guys. So I'm not going to do anything yet with that. And I don't think that the AI is aggressive yet. I don't know if they've adjusted that. AI previously in this game hasn't been really a cause for concern. So I'm not sure if it is yet. We'll find out, I guess. But for now, I'm not going to use that fort. Oh, but we do have our mead maker good to go over here. I mentioned wanting to use our sustainability book on it. Let's go ahead and do that. And it looks like for upkeep, this guy's 33. Let's go ahead and pop the frugality book in our mead maker as well. So great, we're doing awesome. We have quite a few cards up here for our army people. We do have a couple more slots I noticed as well. So let's go ahead and we'll get another berserker going. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the town of Glowecki, whatever that is, and go ahead and try and conquer this. All right, with our army cards ready to go, let's go ahead and start conquering the new town here. We need to go up in here and switch all of these guys down into our hand from our sideboard. And then let's go ahead and add these guys in here and let's start the attack. And we got our house at level 6. Excellent. So I think the way that this goes is it's putting the stronger units up front and then archer. So I'm not sure what the organization rate is in here. I don't think it mattered which order I put these things in here. I think it just goes how it's going to go. But you can see here, we're doing really great. This will be ours very shortly. I will keep our eyes peeled and make sure that we don't lose any units. And if we do lose some units, we'll just replenish them down over in here with our train units. And we can, of course, train units while the other ones are fighting. So we'll be able to replenish them as we need to. I think what we want to do next is continue to focus on getting our luxury goods up. Now we're doing great with beer and we're doing great with cannabis, and now we're starting to get some tulips in, but we did do a furniture workshop. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another furniture workshop and get this guy in someplace. The thing is, we have to keep in mind that, of course, when we're making furniture, we're using up some of our wood. So we want to be able to expand our wood production. And we have this nice forester right in here. We'll have this territory here shortly. It looks like over in here, we have this nice little peninsula here. Not super great for as far as area for getting more trees. So I think what we'll do here, we're going to grab that and let's get another road, another bridge across here. So I think what this is going to say here pretty quickly is that we are going to be too far from homes. And we might just have to do another little area for some more homes just for the sake of getting these trees. And you know, we might as well get a couple more food goodies as well. Yep, see, house is too far. So let's go ahead and we'll do a fruit gatherer. And we got plenty of trees around town there. And then I'm gonna do a stone road, and then let's, I guess, get a couple houses over in here. We want to also have a warehouse, so let's get that guy going. I'm gonna plop this guy about right there, and then we're gonna grab a house and we'll get a house going. So that should satisfy all that stuff. That's going to get built up. And while we're kind of in here, I might put some more tulip farms in here in the future. We'll see where we're looking. I do want to get the furniture going first, though. Oh, look at this. Our magic mushrooms are good to go. So we do need... Oh, we conquered it. Nice. We'll go visit that. For upgrades, we need some iron tools. We don't have a whole lot. I'm not going to upgrade any of that yet. But we are using wood to make the magic mushrooms. But look at this. The upkeep is 44. I'm going to go ahead and take our frugality book from our iron mine. It should have gotten on our sideboard, yep. And I'm going to go ahead and put that into our more expensive magic mushroom farm to save a little bit more money. And now that we have all of our units back, we can go back up over in here. And now this is our vassal, remember? So we have to raise it again. So we're going to go back over in here. We're going to click on all of our peeps again. And just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to go for, let's go for archer first, and then warrior, and then swordsman. Okay, so let's lead with swordsman, warrior, berserker, and let's see if this changes the order. It does. It does change the order. So no matter what, the berserkers are going to be first, which I'm totally okay with. And we'll have that town added to our empire shortly. Let's go down over in here and double check. We do need to add in another berserker, so let's go ahead and do that. And wow, that's a lot of stuff. And I think that's going to be it for this episode of Kingdoms Reborn. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again soon.